Good evening everyone, welcome back to Tom Plays EU4 for Absolute Beginners. We are back with Great Britain and we just made... I was going to say we just made a lot of enemies, but I think this happened last time there was a coalition as well. I was expecting a really dangerous game and then the second I started they all backed out. Oh well. I am so not complaining. Okay, so hopefully that means that we're going to get away with taking all this land from Aragon. Just because apparently Oldenburg are the only remaining members, so even Castile's pulled out. And they've gone as well. Okay. Right, well, that's a bit of a weight off my mind. Okay, so we don't have to worry about another coalition. What we do need to worry about is an uprising in London, apparently. To start with. That and lowland revolts and colonising. Mostly colonising. Okay, let's get over here. In fact, seeing as taking a while, we may as well bring it to Calais instead. How's London doing? London's doing fine. We are in no hurry at all. So that's good. Kind of surprised the Reform Zealots didn't show up in a place that we were trying to convert. They usually do. But not complaining, that's probably our best castle, so it gives us the best advantage. If anything. I'm not sure it does give a better advantage actually, I think it just means you're treated as a defender. Probably just meant that it took longer for them to siege, so we had time to get there, but that's absolutely fine. No complaints there whatsoever. Right, brilliant. Even more brilliant. Right, in that case, we really need a colony on the Cape of Good Hope. But I don't have a ship there at the moment. Maybe we should see if we could colonise the Galapagos. Even at risk of holding up our African colonisation. I was really assuming it'd be that island there that was next. Not to worry. And you need to walk over here. As you know, we can send our ships back now, can't we? So assuming they can get there, with the Conquistador we could actually do Cape Coast, as planned. Oh, that's fine. France has it anyway. So yeah, we do need to head out west, we need to head east around Africa, so might stick to that part of the plan. On the other hand, nobody is currently... Yeah, okay. Technically sending the African colonist over here to get this island, just because everyone seems to be massively doing South America at the moment. And I don't believe we actually need an army for this one, because there are no natives. Well, there's probably lots of native animals, various wondrous kinds, but no humans apparently. Which is helpful. Okay. Right, well, it's high time we got some people over to our colony. And it looks like Portugal's having a bad time with Cusco, which is good. I don't mind losing government reform progress, that's fine. Not a huge hurry of that, but yeah, it's something we're going to have to watch out for because Cusco might come for us, and they've actually got a fairly large country there, so they normally become the Inca, I believe, but they haven't on this occasion. Fair enough. But yeah, we'll have to watch that. I mean, it's probably fine because basically, if they take our colony, they can't actually claim victory until they've defeated us in a more convincing way. So we'll have time to send our main armies over once we've rebuilt them. Clearly going to be fine, that's good. Probably took that at a big disadvantage. Could have instead used the military power to help spread our institution, but I kind of felt like I'd rather have a military advantage at the moment, all things considered. Things do feel a bit precarious with our low manpower. That's a point actually, let's make sure they are equipped. Okay, that's good. Making progress on our overextension. So once we have this island, we no longer need to worry about having Darien. Oh, got another transport. Excellent. Bring the rest of the colonial army over. They couldn't all quite fit on that fleet. So once we have one province in each colonial region, just remember we need one in each of these three. Might try to make the one in colonial Colombia an actual nation, because I think we have 4 and we only need 5 to make a new colonial nation, and we can then start subsidizing them. Hopefully they'll start colonizing and it will give us an ally in South America. We already have, is this the British, English West Indies? They're quite formidable, but they are of course limited by their ability to come across the sea. So it would be nice to have an ally who's actually more or less in South America. So yeah, we do also need to keep an eye on North America, including doing some exploration so we can see the west coast bits. Canada I'm a little less worried about because it's so big. It's very unlikely they'll be able to lock us out of it. What's the admiral? Okay. And it looks like they're having problems anyway. but still. Right, so hopefully that'll be fine, even with our lack of manpower, because the ferocity is so low. So I think we're going to be back to exploring. Maybe do explore with around the Americas and explore around Africa and alternate while the ships are repairing, maybe. Okay. Yep, that's good. We need 50, aren't we, to go any further there? So you can get up here. Yeah, you see, this is worrying. Cusco have insulted us. Going to ignore that. Thinking there might be the Easter Island down here. It would be nice to get as many islands as we can, really, because it makes it harder for other people to expand westwards. But we also need to make sure we explore out there. Probably North America is the top concern now. Okay, right, we're going to need our colonial navy again. Let's make a colony in Brazil. So actually you, my friend, need to come and pick up this colonial army. Definitely save him if we can. You come back into port in Darien. Okay, so that's all good. Tentatively speed up a little more. I think we're in danger of losing the Plata. There are quite a few areas we could start down here. Tariffs on sugar, I think we're leaving it be now. I think we've done the one tariff that I usually do. I can usually tell by the tariff efficiency. Yeah, 19% definitely looks like I've done at least one. Brussels, no, I'm going to give local concessions. I am not going to suppress the rebels. It's really bad because I think I will try to settle it, thanks. I don't want to have to send an army up there. Yeah, it's really bad because basically we're going to get nothing out of the provinces that we give 100% autonomy to. But at the same time, we have no manpower. I really don't want any more uprisings there than we can avoid. And I do believe the autonomy will recover in time anyway. Cool. Thought they were our rival anyway. Oh, they are. They must have temporarily decided that we weren't theirs. So I've made the colony here specifically because it's next to a nation that we could conquer. I don't know if I honestly want to right now, but it does give us an option to expand. Okay, lost Conquistador. Progress on the overextension. Okay, now that's not very useful, so I'm wondering if we should instead focus our diplomatic power on spreading Was it the printing press we're on? Yeah, printing press. Throughout our country. Oh, I do want to bolster Antwerp as well. Considering making that the exception to the 100% autonomy thing. Because I am contemplating making them our secondary province after London. Slightly random decision, but I know that these are valuable provinces in the Low Countries, so right, let's try to improve relations with a few people. It would appear that we are losing all of our admirals and generals as well, so I probably shouldn't have spent all our military power there. Can at least sort the admiral out. Okay, that's not too bad. So let us head up the coast and we'll see if we can spot any more colonies happening. See if Castile's trying to steal California out from under us or anything. Says me, is basically bullying everything out of everyone, but either way. Okay, nope, that's actually one of the native countries. An opportunity to embrace the printing press, which we should do immediately, I think. Just because we had a lot of money, and when you have a lot of money, any disasters can cost more money. So I'm just thinking, let's get it done. At least then we've got it. Probably shouldn't have spent that money on technology when we're at a disadvantage for not having embraced it, but not to worry. Legitimacy's at full. I might actually do the taxation, if this will go. Oh, we should probably do mercantilism, really. Let's send you back to port for now. I'll think about this. Okay, so we've got the international book market, so we can either do make London greater, or we can gain 2 base production. Might do that. Produce paper in London and the price of paper goes up forever. Effectively, because that's when the game ends. So I think we've already done a lot to increase production in London anyway. So having it do paper, if it's so valuable, is probably a good thing. Having said that, I'm not sure what London normally does. So might turn out that was a bad move. But it's done. We'll manage. Okay, how are we doing? I think a lot of that is underway. We do need to get a new general. That army's almost up to full. Okay, what we got? Congo has offered to give us a monopoly on the slave trade. Probably should for gameplay reasons, much as I really don't like it, especially because our prestige is already really high. Still planning to abolish slavery first chance I get, so I assume there will no longer be the slave capital if that happens. But the +2 production is useful. Really is taking a while for manpower to go up. Good grief. Need to start using more mercenaries, clearly. Right, how are we doing for this overextension thing? Right, we're okay. We're in a Dutch result. Might need to see if we can actually change the culture. Oh no, one of the following. Oh no, all of the following, sorry. 500 provinces. Not in the region, low countries. Not entirely sure what that means. Oh, right, okay. So we've got 6. And we need to have fewer than 5, I think. Or we need to change the culture. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe. Have to see what we can do. Why is that still active? I kind of thought we'd finished that one. It's going to turn out I needed Borican as well or something, which I'm probably completely mispronouncing. Ah! Needed these as well. Okay, well, I'm not sure I can do much about that. We may end up failing the mission. Could try to subsidise them again if they're not still subsidised. They are. So not a lot I can do. I've certainly helped. Might just have to hope that they finish this one and start on that one next. Or if we finish one of the South American provinces, maybe I can try and do it manually again, but we may run out of time anyway. That is the problem with these colony agendas. Quite easy to fail, especially when we don't have a lot of choice where we put our colonies. I didn't really want to wait any longer to start on Brazil. Okay, that's good. We're getting there. But yeah, Portugal's definitely active around Africa. Right, okay, let's go a bit further up. So, I'm not seeing any signs of colonising around Mexico or California. It's reassuring. Menorca, fantastic. I think I might need to build a castle there. However, in the meantime, let's just head over. Landing in the island next to it, because I'm assuming it'll have fallen by the time we get there. So we're probably better off, because our ships won't be able to land if we don't own the province, we're better off landing in France's province next door. Now just recover a little from the trip. Yep, got it already. Okay. What I'd love to do is start converting some of the Low Countries. But that does take some doing, I believe. Could risk becoming Defender of the Faith to do that, maybe. Let's see how far up we can get. Probably not going to worry too much, because if they haven't colonised the areas we can see here, I doubt they've gone up to Cascadia. So I might even turn around here and we may start exploring to the west instead, in which case, thank you for getting rid of my selection of the ships there. We'll be better off starting from the Galapagos. And we've lost more sailors. Which is fine. sure where you're going. Girona, right. Well, don't care. I'm going to come and deal with you anyway. So what I should probably be doing is keeping an eye on where the uprisings are going to happen. So Nivene is next. It's fine. Oh, it's a little difficult to get to by sea. And then we've got to worry about Catalan. Oh joy. Love getting this one. So we either really annoy the Papal State, or we have a whole bunch of nobles rising up. Neither is good. Both are terrible actually. I'm going to risk the Papal State. I don't like it, but yeah, it puts us at imminent risk of getting excommunicated because we're already suffering from the aggressive expansion. I think the Curia Controller is actually the Papal State right now, so hopefully they won't have any particular reason to excommunicate us. So we could declare this. I don't want to though, no reason to do it. It's going to make a lot of people we care about hate us. So I'm actually going to get rid of that as an option. Might want to reactivate that one simply because we need to be able to convert people. Okay, corruption is growing. Are we finished with coring provinces? We are, so we definitely need to increase our root out corruption thing. You just knock it up to an improvement of 0.01 per year. At least then it'll start going down, which will help. Okay, I think we've just been excommunicated. So that's what happens when you upset the Pope. You're going to lose prestige, you're going to lose papal influence, so I'm going to quickly dump that into becoming the next Curia Controller. Yeah, that's really bad. You do not want that to happen. It's sufficiently bad that I might even consider changing religion over it, which would be an absolute nuisance. We'll see. And our agenda is going to expire. So it's all good news today. But yeah, the uprising would have been bad as well though, because we're really struggling to restore manpower and we've got other uprisings on the way. So having to ship the army across to deal with a bunch of nobles in Great Britain would have been pretty punishing. Could have tried to hire mercenaries, but we're not really that rich yet. So yeah, we're probably just going to have to take the hit. Looks like all it's going to cost us is some loyalty. So it's not the end of the world. I think the excommunication may last until the king dies, maybe? Rather ironic that it's Henry VIII who's getting excommunicated. There you go. Right, I'm going to try spinning on for a bit. not for too long because we need to explore out west. Okay. Oh, one of our heavy ships finally built. That's good. Let's bring that across. And where are these ships? Oh, there. Cool. So we head over here. We can do a bit more exploration potentially. Oh, these are like multiple islands as well. Yeah, that was never going to happen. That's like 3 separate provinces, I think. So we had to do 4 to fulfill that. I mean, it would have been possible if we'd put everything into it, but we can't afford to. We're going to get locked out of some regions. Fair enough. I should probably never have accepted it in the first place. I shall have to be more careful next time. Right, let's see if we can do any others. To be honest, that's probably enough for now. I really want to take tons of land from Castile. So we're still more concerned about their colonies, really. Okay. That's about a hit to prestige with anything, really. That is just going to go down and down. Never mind. But yeah, not being able to build papal influence is pretty bad as well, because we won't be able to get any papal blessings. Can't be helped. This can be helped. Let's spare no effort. So I'd love to try and get Easter Island as well. It would actually make more sense to get another island further west. Clergy's gained influence. Good for them. France has embraced the printing press. We can convert someone. Regional nobility in Limerick. Whew, none of these are good at all. $15.90. Well, I'm certainly not going to crush them, so I think I'll put up with the autonomy. It's not like it's as bad as what I'm going to do for the Low Countries. Very depressing that we keep getting uprising every 5 minutes. Possibly what we get for taking so much land. Not sure how far we can actually explore here. Maybe we should do these areas a bit closer. So this is one thing you don't have to do if you have the correct DLCs. They will actually do the exploration for you. I mean, I kind of like doing it myself in some ways, but it's certainly a lot safer and more convenient. You just sort of give them a mission to explore the South Atlantic and stuff. Okay, hopefully this is something we don't need to worry about. No, they're pretty small. Pretty sure France can deal with them. So they're fully recovered now, which is good. So I guess you're recovering. We're slowly crawling our way to having full armies again. At which point we should probably make our armies a bit bigger. And maybe think about making a third army. A little underpowered at the moment. Okay. Are the Burgundian separatists. Should really have had the army close to there. If we're really lucky, France might deal with them before we get there. But we'll head down anyway. Honestly, I think I'd prefer if he stayed where he is. Don't think I could afford a +3 on advisor at the moment. Although I do need to check on that. Oh, now that is good news. Nazca, right, okay, so we've got our first settlement in Peru. Okay, so let's make one down here. I'll send you over there. Pick up the army. Still worried about Peru. I think, if anything, I would like to make them stronger, but at the same time, let's get one per area in place first. Send you back to Antwerp. Okay. Trianus 4. Oh, wonderful. A Pope who's loyal to our worst enemy. That's fantastic. Really good news. Well, at least had enough papal influence left to put some into becoming the next papal controller. Even if it's not as much. Yes, you are welcome to come through our lands. And let's start catching up with our technology. Brilliant. We have some good news for a change. Right, so next, we can't build our armies, but we can build ships. So I'm thinking, let's try and make a bit more money. Okay, nice little fleet of 9 trade ships, and we will have to decide where to send them, of course. Let's get this. Let's get this colony on the go. So yeah, remember this approach of 1 per province is only something you do if you're like really powerful militarily. You wouldn't do this if you're playing as Castile or Portugal. But France or England, generally you can bully people. I mean, a little worried about Cusco. They're considerably behind us in technology at the moment. So you kind of wonder how they managed to beat Portugal up. But there you go. Not complaining. So in theory we could actually grow our colony by attacking Cusco, but we need a bigger army first. So we might be better off, in fact we might be better off improving relations with them. Trying to be a bit friendlier for now. They will gain technology faster from their proximity to us and Portugal. So they may start catching us up technology wise, but we can't help it. We do not have any manpower. So I'm not particularly keen to start a war with them right now. Good grief. that sail through terror incognita. I haven't spotted that. Hopefully we will still get there, okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, royal marriage with Portugal is over. So let's make another one. I'm not ready to lose them as an ally just yet. There's the next uprising happening. Catalan, of course, and Flemish separatists, Scottish. Okay, but I think they're all things we can handle. So hopefully it's all going to be okay. Hopefully, we'll see. I was just thinking that should be going down. I suppose it's just going down fairly slowly. Fair enough. Right, so seeing as we're down there anyway, maybe we should explore down here a bit. So there's going to be a limit to how far west we can go in any case. At the moment, we might need better ships. Okay, so we failed in the colonisation objective. Got a bunch of these things. Got some separatists in Barcelona, which we can go and deal with, and we can now summon another diet. Right, so they want Upper Guyana. How about we don't this time? I mean, we can check it. We can check where it is. It might be somewhere that we actually want. No, especially considering it appears to be being sat on by Portugal. Okay, so the nobility want us to invade Castile, which we're in no position to do right now, so I think we're going to invest in the prosperity of Devon. So those are all terrible options. Like, if we had the manpower, I might have been up for invading Castile, but yeah, you have to watch it with the nobility especially. If our colonisation wasn't so precarious, then the burghers might be worth listening to. The colony ones can be pretty helpful, but it's worth checking them because sometimes they try and get you to colonise somewhere that's already been colonised. I have no idea how they expect that to work. I suppose it's another invasion. I don't really want to invade Portugal, who are currently our allies. So, yeah. Okay, so Devon. Presumably they want admin power putting into Devon. That's no problem. Helps with the prestige anyway. Okay, where should we be sending you? Caribbean's less impressive than I expected in terms of money. What about Côte d'Ivoire? Yeah, see, I mean that hasn't got much at the moment. Oh, Panama's not bad. Just think we probably haven't done Panama yet. Let's do them. And I'm not going to have them go to port, I don't think. A little risky, but at the same time I don't want them stopping every time we have a war either. Especially because if you do get killed, we will probably end up replacing them with better ships anyway. So at some point I might stop our trade fleets going to port. So yeah, I suppose the strategy for the excommunication is going to be to just do everything we can to improve the Pope's opinion of us until they're positive again, they've got over the insult, and hopefully shortly after that the king will die and maybe they'll lift it. Or maybe one of our allies or we will become the playable controller and we can lift it. Sometimes if your allies become one, they can lift the excommunication, I think. But a lot of it is going to be out of our control, so I'm just going to try not to worry about it and try to ignore our plummeting prestige. And total lack of papal influence. Depressing as it is. Okay. I would give them support. These are important. After all, okay, this is good. Right, brilliant. We're making progress, so I'm going to treat that one as being our African colony for now. Yeah, because that's definitely more urgent. You see, Castile have already made their move, so let us... I think I can see Portugal beyond them. Let's head here and see if we can grab this place. So that gives us somewhere we can claim from Castile. So we're going to have to transport our army, for which they needed to have a conquistador. But I believe they still do. That's exactly what I was afraid of. The problem is it can move so fast. I think Castile has like 4 colonists at least. And they'll happily land them all in one area. It's very important to keep an eye on places. Okay, I don't know why we can't land here. Am I wrong? Do we not have a conquistador? Let's try going beyond. Let me just check our leaders. Yep, we don't have a conquistador. Right, okay. My mistake. I'm going to have to head back and get one. No need to panic, really. Not even Castile can colonise that quickly. Yeah, that's wasteland, so we can't colonise there. I think there's like one area that can be colonised. Oh, there. But it's not as much use to us because really we want areas next to our enemies. Oh, future enemies, because I think Portugal. Okay, the king has died. That sounds good. Sounds like we're no longer excommunicated because we've just gained an excommunicated ruler. The problem is, well, we're about to be excommunicated again. We can try and improve relations. I don't know what that minus 200 was there for a second. Who's this? Zealand? No, I'm going to give local concessions. Try and prevent these uprisings. Good to see our manpower's coming back though. So I'm thinking of fighting the one in Antwerpen at least, but not necessarily any of the others. Okay, there we go. So we'll send the colonist. Not before time. Let's get you back up here. And that should be enough. One province. Okay, great. So this one effectively is now the North American colonist. So we are going to need this army. Yes, I would love a war army in Austria. Let's keep as many allies as we can. How's our navy looking? Okay, our navy is actually pretty close to the limit. So not going to build any more ships, which means we may want to either start hiring mercenaries. Oh good. Just thinking though, it might be nice to explore there. Oh no, let's not bother. It'll probably get explored anyway when the colony finishes. Right, so we need to make a colony in North America, ideally in Canada. So let's try to, I guess maybe if we start on this island here. So it should allow us to make claims. A little concerned about over there. Okay, now I'm wondering where my ships have gone. Oh, here. What's that? Right, that's probably the final heavy ship, so if we rendezvous on the Galapagos. How damaged are you? A bit. Okay. Probably not going to go too much longer. Not the most eventful session this time, but kind of knew we weren't going to be able to go to war this time. And I'm at least pleased with the colonisation. So, right, we've repaired a bit, so let's get you over here. I just want to make sure all our colonial armies are going in the right places. So you're finished, aren't you? Good. Yeah, that's fine. So the only remaining one is South America, is this one. So we do have one in every province now. So once the one in La Plata's finished, I'm thinking maybe do this province, because that will probably form a colonial nation. And in the meantime, we're going to try to look for an island that is further to the west. That's fine. That's also fine. No problems there at all. How are we in terms of getting on with people? Right, well, a diplomat to the English West Indies would not hurt. I am very happy to have cardinals around. I am once again good friends with the Pope. What else? France could do with... So that would be our option for trying to make France a part of England, but it would probably take far too long. And I mean, it's valuable, but in a lot of ways I'd rather just keep them on our side and take other provinces. Because we already kind of have France. So that is fine. Is there anyone I need to worry about diplomacy-wise? Portugal could possibly do with some improvement, and also a royal marriage. Commonwealth as well, I think. Checking our claims a bit. I'm not about to try it, honestly. What are we on here now? -167. Yeah, not tremendously keen. Definitely keener to attack Castile, given the option. Especially now they have a few more colonies that we can kind of reach. There we go, colonies started. So we've got a casus belli because they have colonies next to ours. So they'll have the same one on us. Ooh, hang on. What's this? Gelran separatists? Are these about to become our problem? I think these are about to become our problem. Let's deal with them. But in the meantime, I do want to get these army on its way. Good grief. I'm going to bribe an advisor. I really don't want to lose any more stability right now. Had quite enough uprisings, thank you. Right, I'm going to hope we can do this in one go, because the army really needs to get there. But that's good, so we've got our first colony in Canada, so hopefully we can settle down into something a bit more like a routine. No, we can't, because we've just been excommunicated again. Fantastic. Alright. So apparently our relations with the Pope were just bad enough that they could excommunicate us. Which is taking our relations down even further. Okay, great. So we're going to be stuck with this for a while now, presumably. Portugal would like our help against Cusco. I'm thinking not a chance at all. Sorry. I know they're not going to like it, but... no. Just no. No way. I think we may be reaching the point where our alliance with Portugal has become a liability. This does tend to happen if you're allies with colonial nations. They will pull you into their colonial wars. And looking at the size of Cusco right now, yeah, I just don't want to go there. So, it's a shame. But anyway, hopefully that army will be arriving any second, and I can put more papal influence in. I'm not sure why they keep letting me put influence in there. I thought I only had 5, but I am not complaining. So I might as well spend it all, given that I am excommunicated again. I might even devote a diplomat to the Papal States, because I keep forgetting to use them anyway. So that was an option. I didn't go into it much, but you can choose to, instead of recalling the diplomat, maintain them. So then they sit there permanently until you recall them. I'm just thinking, if I'd done that last time, we might have been able to keep just positive with them, and Castile wouldn't have been able to excommunicate us. So, yeah. I've learnt my lesson there. So yeah, Portugal doesn't like us now either, although we'll hopefully be able to improve it to be just positive. So we might not have to give up on them just yet, but we did lose a lot of prestige in turning down their requests, so we might be better off not allying with them again. But never mind, we'll leave that till next time. So yeah, I'm going to stop it there. Not horribly exciting because we couldn't do any wars, but we've explored a little bit. No great new discoveries, but we are in a position to hopefully make some more. The colonising has largely gone well despite our failing to colonise these areas, but that was pretty much a given, I think. We now have a colony in each area in South America, so we might be in a slightly better position. We've got someone in Southern Africa. We do still need one here, actually, in case they start landing here as well. But that shouldn't be too bad, because we've now got one colonist and army devoted to each continent. So we finally start in North America, and we should be able to make claims at least on that province next time we fight Castile. Going to have to decide whether to try to make an actual nation in Canada, because no one else seems to be trying to do the West Coast, or whether to try to get a colony in each region again. I think there are 6 that we have to worry about. We've already got Louisiana pretty much sewn up. We've got a presence in Canada. So we're looking for Eastern America, which I tend to think it was Florida, but it actually stretches up a fair way. We've got Mexico. I think of this as California, and Cascadia up there. But if Castile is focused on Canada, then maybe we should be as well. We will decide later on. But that's not bad. You know, we haven't got locked out of anywhere as of yet, which is the main concern. And our army is finally recovering. So if we can maybe get past these uprisings and stop getting excommunicated every 5 minutes, we can build up our armies a bit and be in a position to make war on Castile again, which would be good. And then maybe we can even get a Canadian nation through conquest. Possibly. We'll see. But leave it for now. That one was slow and steady, but on the whole, good progress. Quite relieved to avoid a massive attack from a coalition. I don't know what it is about, I don't know, me ending a session that apparently causes everyone to pull out of the coalition. I'm assuming that's not related in any way. I can't see why the game would do that. So I'm not going to recommend it as a way of dealing with a coalition. I think it's just a coincidence. It's just weird it's happened twice. But yeah, definitely a good thing. So hopefully aggressive expansion is going down all the time as our army recovers. I wonder what our maximum manpower is, 53,000. So we've still got a fair way to go. Yeah, so still plenty to deal with next time, but I'm feeling more confident than I was last time. Looks like we've got away with these lands. We might even start spying on Aragon and Burgundy again, and other provinces, and seeing what we can take. Hey, if the Pope's going to keep hating us, maybe we should even take that province. But maybe best not to. Anyway, not to worry. We will deal with that next time. So thank you for watching, and I will see you then.